Good afternoon. My name is Dr. David Mongi. I am a medical officer working in Dharura Sub-County Hospital in Laikipia County. I'm also a simulation facilitator working with the Nanyuki team and the Dharura Global Emergency Care. We will be having a safe environment where we'll demonstrate a SimZone 0, where we'll be doing an ABCDE assessment, and we will utilize our mannequin for the scenario, but we will treat it as we would a real patient. We'll also observe respect, we'll maintain confidentiality, we'll be non-judgmental, and we'll accept mistakes, because this being a simulation, we want to do the best for our patient and improve both in our simulations and in our real case scenarios in the wards. I am with Titus, who will be the facilitator for this simulation. So welcome, Titus.
Thank you, Mongi.
Hi, Dr. Mongi.
Hello, Titus.
Here I have John, who is very sick.
Okay.
And I would like you to help me assess him.
Okay.
And see what's the problem.
Okay. Okay. So, John.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
I'm looking at the airway. Any foreign bodies?
We don't have any foreign body.
Any secretions?
No secretion. He's talking to us.
Any airway noises?
No airway noises.
Okay. So our air is patterned. So I'm looking at the respirate rate. What's our current respirate?
Our respirate is at 16 breaths per minute.
16 breaths per minute. The oxygen saturation. So put on my pulse oximeter. Oxygen saturations.
Oxygen saturation is 97% on room air.
That's okay. How is the chest expansion?
It's equal.
Equal.
No intercostal, no subcostal exertions.
Okay.
No signs of respiratory distress.
Okay.
Clear. 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 Clear.
So, okay. Do you have any tracheal deviation?
No tracheal deviation.
Tracheal deviation, so that's normal. Kinetic 1, Kinetic 2, Kinetic 3, Kinetic 4, Kinetic 5. Our capillary field rate?
Less than 2 seconds.
Less than 2 seconds, so it's normal. Now, looking at the pulse.
Our pulse is 80 beats per minute.
8 beats per minute.
That is strong.
Strong.
Yeah.
So I'll compare that with the carotid pulse. Any variance?
No worries.
So pulse and heart rate are okay. Current BP
Is 120/80.
So blood pressure is normal. I'm looking at. Do you have any elevated JBP?
No, not elevated.
So JBP is normal.
Yeah.
Listening to heart sounds. How are the heart sounds?
We have S1, S2. We don't have any added heart sounds. Normal mass.
Okay. Do you have an ECG available?
Not at this time.
Okay.
But I get it for you.
Okay. So I'm looking for peripheral edema. 1, 2, 3. Do you have any peripheral edema?
No peripheral edema.
No peripheral edema. Okay. Okay. Our peripherals, are they cool?
They're warm.
Okay. So they are warm. So John?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
So John is alert.
Equal. Equal.
So
Left and right.
it is at the
Round and accommodated.
That's okay. How is John's posture?
Normal posture.
Normal posture.
Okay.
Okay. So how is John's blood sugar?
Her blood sugar 6.8.
6.8, so it's normal. I'm exposing John. Do you have any rashes?
You can't see any rash.
No rash. Do you have any signs of injuries?
No signs of
Any
injuries.
bleeding or ecchymosis?
No breathing, no hemolysis.
Exposure is normal. I'm looking at his temperature. What's John's current temperature?
That 6.7.
6.7, so his temperature is normal. That was a demonstration of step 1 of SimZone 0, where I did the assessment, ABCDE assessment. Now we'll proceed to step 2 of the same simulation, where I will explain the sequence of the steps in the ABCD assessment. So I've just been called in to review John, who is our patient. I'll begin by calling John. John, how are you feeling? So in our case, John is responsive. If he had any air compromise, there will be grunting, he'd likely have snoring, and likely would be in respiratory distress, which will be shown by increased work of breathing. In John's case, airway assessment was normal. However, if I had any concerns about airway compromise, I would request that John is started on oxygen using an under-breather mask. I would also sanction any secretions, remove any foreign bodies that I can see, and using Acad to maintain airway patency. After checking the airway and excluding any airway compromise, we proceed to B, which is breathing. In this case, I will look at John's respiratory rate. In this case, it's normal. I will then proceed to check his oxygen saturations using the pulse oximeter. Oxygen saturations are normal. I'll look for any tracheal deviation. The trachea is central, not deviated. I'll look at the chest expansion, the symmetrical chest expansion. Then I'll percuss. Resonant note in all lung fields, that tells me it's normal. Then I'll proceed to auscultate the chest for any added breath sounds. Air entry in all lung fields is normal, so the breathing is okay. In my case, the patient did not have any breathing problems. However, if the patient had any breathing problems, as would be seen with either having respiratory distress or low oxygen saturations, I would give oxygen to the patient or nebulize accordingly. Having completed the assessment of B, that's our breathing, I'll proceed to assessing C, which is our circulation. I'll begin by checking John's heart rate, banana 1, banana 2, banana 3, banana 4, banana 5, which is normal. I will compare that with the peripheral pulse rate, banana 1, banana 2, banana 3, banana 4, banana 5. They're both normal. I will then check for capillary refill time by looking at the nail bed, banana 1, banana 2, banana 3, banana 4, banana 5. Then I release and check. In our case, our capillary refill time is normal. I will then check for John's blood pressure. Blood pressure is normal. Expose patient, check for jugular venous pulse, which is not elevated. Then I will auscultate John's heart. I will check for the peripheries, whether they are cool. So the peripheries are normal and there is no peripheral cyanosis. I will also check for peripheral edema, so edema. So John does not have any edema. So in John's case, the findings are normal. However, if I was concerned, I would request for an ECG for John. I would also request for bloods for ABGs, complete blood count. I would also intervene appropriately by giving fluids or any medication that might be required. And I will place a cannula for any administration of either fluids or medication. Having completed the assessment for C in John and found that everything is normal, I will proceed to D, which in this case is disability, and that's checking majorly the neurological system. So I'll start by asking John and checking his level of consciousness. So in our case, John is alert. We'll also check his blood sugar. So his random blood sugar is normal. We'll check and assess his posture, and his posture is normal. Then I will look at the pupils and check if they are equal and if they are reactive to light. So John's pupils are equal and reactive to light. In John's case, the findings in D are normal. However, if I had any concerns such as low blood sugar, I would request that he receive intravenous dextrose. If the pupils were not equal and they were not responsive to light and John had an abnormal posture, I would request for a head CT scan. Having completed the assessment for D, I will proceed to E, which involves exposure and the environment of our patient. So I will expose John and begin by taking his temperature, the axillary temperature. In John's case, it's normal. I will also look for any bleeding, any rashes, any chymosis by exposing him fully. In John's case, it's normal, and the abdomen is also normal. In John's case, our assessment of E is normal. However, if I had any concerns such as high temperature, I would request for that John receives an antipyretic. If there are any injuries, we will request for further imaging with x-rays. And if needed, we'd also place a urinary catheter for John at this point. That was a demonstration of ABCDE assessment of our patient, which is an essential algorithm in assessing patients who are critically ill, because it allows you to assess from the most serious to the least serious condition, and also allows you to intervene appropriately at each step before proceeding. In John's case, the findings are normal. However, we can have another scenario where we have abnormal findings. So thank you very much for your attention.